Hi, I'm Rob Lehner with Inspire Realty. I'm here with my good friend Pete Lehner today. Pete is the founder of I Have a Bean Coffee Roasters, and we're here at his new location in Wheaton at the Wheaton Public Library, which opens in
just a few days. March 5th, yeah.
A few days, great. Well, I just have a few questions I'd love for you to talk about yourself, talk about this whole process that you've gone through. First of all, let us know a little bit about I Have a Bean Coffee and how that got started. I know it's a great story, but if you can just kind of tell me a little bit about.
Very little bit. Okay, no problem. I Have a Bean Coffee was started in 2007, and we founded the business to do two things: to roast great coffee, so we only choose coffee rated in the top 1%, and our social mission is employing felons to do that work.
Awesome.
There you go.
That's
quick as I can get it.
Well, that's quite an ambitious thing to do. I mean, is there one particular thing that led you to kind of want to work with felons, ex-felons, or?
They're felons. That's exactly right. So yes, there was a relative of mine got arrested and put in prison, and I just saw what happened to his life when that happened, and married that with coffee roasting.
Do you want to? I know that I know the story, but can you tell me how did you come up with the name I Have a Bean?
Well, I wish that I could take credit for that. I can't. When we started the company, it was started as Second Chance Coffee Company. Obviously, we're
Right.
giving a second chance to people. But when people heard the name Second Chance Coffee Company, they shortened it to Second Chance Coffee, and I got questions of, wait, Second Chance Coffee, is that because it wasn't good enough the first time? It needs to be roasted again, or what's the deal with that?
Yeah.
Once we explained the mission, then it became clear. But when you're on a shelf in a grocery store, you don't have a chance to stand there and explain the mission to every person that sees the
Gotcha.
name.
Yeah.
So we argued for about 9 months, and we came up with 550 names, and we could not agree on a name. We finally hired a professional, which is really what you should do for lots of things. And she's a gal named Alexandra Watkins. Her company is called Eat My Words.
Mm-hmm.
It's in California. And she, after I explained who we were and what we wanted to do, said she would come up with not just one name, 50 names for us to choose from in less than 2 weeks. All would be trademarkable, patentable, and all those kind of things.
Right.
So we can get a copyright on it, get a URL, etc. She would rank them and tell us which one we should choose, but we could choose any of the 50. She delivered better than that. She did it in 10 days. And one of the names in the top 10, if I had a coffee roasting company in England, I would choose God Save the Bean as the name of the company. But we're not in England.
We're not in yet.
We're here in the
Yet.
U.S., not yet. Our coffee has been shipped to England.
Yes.
And Ireland and all kinds of places.
In China too, right?
We are now exporting coffee to China. That's exactly right. So we started that about a year ago this month.
I'm going to put you on a spot a little bit. What's the goofiest name that you guys came up with in your 550? If you can remember.
You know, I don't. There were so many. I don't know that you could actually rank what the goofiest one was. You might consider the goofiest one different than I would consider it. It might have been Gimme Cup Coffee. Might have been pretty goofy, although there actually is a company out there now named
Gimme Cup.
Gimme Cup, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, so here we are in this new location in Wheaton Public Library. You're opening March 5th is your target date.
This coming Saturday.
This coming
is
Saturday.
Our target launch date.
And you're going to be offering it here?
So we have a cafe. So we offer espresso-based drinks like the one you're drinking, a latte, cappuccinos. We're going to have stuff for kids as well, smoothies and hot chocolate and sandwiches that we make here, and donuts that we make here, and scones that we make here. So we're trying to do as much prep and production here as our little space and expertise allows.
No, do you have a name for this place? Because I mean, it's not the coffee shop at the Wheaton Public Library.
It's not, although you could if you asked that at the front desk, you'd get in here.
Right.
It's called Cafe on the Park.
Cafe on the Park.
And the reason for that is it's on the park, Adams Park, right downtown Wheaton. On the west side of the library, the west entrance to the library, you'll see the cafe. The windows look right out on the park. In the summertime, we'll have furniture outside, patio chairs and tables with umbrellas, and we'll be serving coffee and sandwiches out there. It'll be the best place to get coffee and a sandwich, or smoothie, or donut, anywhere around.
Yeah, and I don't live in Wheaton, but I notice there's a lot of new residential properties coming up around here.
Yeah.
I'm in real estate. I kind of look.
You saw that, didn't you?
I saw
The building
that.
was right down there?
Yeah, as I was coming in. So this looks like a really great location.
It is great. We're delighted to be partnered with the library in doing this. There are over 600,000 people a year that come into this library.
Wow.
Almost all of them walking or driving short distances from the surrounding community. So we cannot wait to get started.
Well, I'm just going to say to all of my friends out there that if you're in the Wheaton area, you got to come by and try the Cafe on the Park at the Wheaton Public Library. Pete, thanks so much for
Thanks,
sharing. I hope that you have wonderful, wonderful success.
Thank you.
Thanks for the coffee.
You bet.